the left side of the heart always dealing with the oxygenated blood. Cardiac catheterization, we all know that during exam the Mrcpch will give the normal value, right? Pulmonary artery is 65. That means right side of the heart always having the saturation is 65. Methylphenidate, okay? What are the mechanism of action? Mechanism of action is dopamine reuptake inhibitor. How it acts actually? The methylphenidate acts by blocking both dopamine transporter and norepinephrine transporter. Acts by blocking both dopamine transporter and norepinephrine transporter. Dopamine plus norepinephrine transporter, okay? Ultimately, it increase the concentration of dopamine and norepinephrine. Increase the concentration of dopamine and norepinephrine in where? Synaptic cleft, okay? Ultimately increase the dopamine and noradrenergic activity. Okay, so drug used in case of the ADHD is most commonly methylphenidate. What is the mechanism of action? That is the dopamine reuptake inhibitor, which acts by blocking the both dopamine and norepinephrine transporter. So whenever it blocks the dopamine and norepinephrine transporter, ultimately increase the concentration of dopamine and norepinephrine in where? The synaptic cleft, and increase the concentration of dopamine as well as the noradrenaline. So what are the side effects of methylphenidate?
I think tradition.
The side effects of methylphenidate is number 1, hypertension. Number 2, tachycardia. Number 3, growth retardation. And sometimes the drug-induced tic disorder. Drug-induced tic disorder, okay? So what are the side effects of methylphenidate? Number 1 is hypertension, tachycardia, growth retardation, and sometimes the drug-induced tic disorder. This is the first line drug used in case of ADHD. So many times came in the exam, okay? What is the first line drug used in the ADHD? That is, first one is methylphenidate, okay? Now the second line drug. The second line drug is atomoxetine. It has slightly smaller effect than methylphenidate, okay? It has slightly smaller effect than methylphenidate. As it is the second line, so it has slightly smaller effect than the first line, okay? And only it acts by only norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. Only norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, but it has long time action. Okay, its used can be tic disorder. Apart from ADHD, also used in case of tic disorder, Tourette syndrome, Tourette syndrome, and also associated with This is actually the adverse effect associated with suicidal thought. Okay, so this is the second line drug used in case of ADHD, that is atomoxetine, and it has slightly smaller effect than the first line, which is methylphenidate.